Hiya, it's Mochi, and welcome to our first episode of Zelda. Now, I'm not going to talk much because of the cutscene at the start, so let's get started.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
These old trousers are threadbare in spots, but they're surprisingly comfortable. The legs are a bit short, though. So that's how we open our inventory. And this is cool in animation when you don't have shorts on. A thin shirt made long ago. It's coming apart at the seams, but it's better than nothing. The sleeves are a bit on the short side. So we are going to equip these because we need clothes on for defense, of course. I do want to break these just in case we get something out of them. Unfortunately, we do not. I don't know if that's always like that, and then I stupidly stick this one up on top of these, and I don't even think it breaks. I think it just gets stuck up there. So let's get out of here.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
Authenticating. Sheikah slate confirmed. Unfortunately, it does cut a bit of this scene out because the recording just it ended soon, and then as soon as I went to record, it cut out a bit of the dialogue. So
Link, that must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
alright, let's get out of this area and go on outside. Running up to this wall will make us automatically climb it and trigger cutscene. It does skip a little bit of the cutscene again because I had to immediately start recording again. Such a pretty view. You can see everything. And every bit of this is reachable. Like that volcano way in the background, you can go to that area. It just takes a while. And, ooh, mystery old man down there. He must have been waiting for us there. A common mushroom found near trees around Hyrule. I didn't get to read the rest of that. I clicked too fast, it seemed. I did pick up a tree branch. It didn't catch that in the clip, I guess, or it seems. Obviously it didn't catch it. But we want to pick up as many of these mushrooms as possible and as many tree branches because these are going to be our first weapons. Unfortunately, the tree branch is going to be our first weapon, and we picked up another tree branch. It was just telling us how to throw the tree branch to deal a little bit more damage. But I really won't be throwing weapons that often, so I don't really find a big use out of it. The only way I really throw weapons is to get rid of them, like when they're close to breaking. That's the only really reason. Apple found on trees, eat it to cook it to increase its healing effects. The only reason I really break off weapons is to like throw them if they're very highly damaged. Do want to climb up here to get this apple though. Direct heat has softened and sweetened the apple. Eat it to restore 3/4 of heart. I beg your pardon. I do believe that is my baked apple. You can't just go about taking whatever you please. Oh ho, forgive me. I cannot resist. Whatever. Please help. An apple in an open flame makes quite a succulent treat. This is rather strange. I must spare you my story. I'm just an old fool who lived here alone for quite some time now. What brings a bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this? Where are we? Answer a question with a question. That's fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting must be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of an entire kingdom of Hyrule. Of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. That temple there, long ago, it was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. So, we are going to take the item over there, but first I want to do a bit of cooking, just so we have some recovery items, and he stands up as we're cooking these items. So, Hylian, toasted shroom, toasted for perfection. The taste has, I didn't get to read that because I burped. And it caused me to, like, have to, catch my, like, breath back. Ooh, excuse me. And then, as I was, like, trying to collect those, I ended up burning all of them, some of them completely. Torch, this torch will stay lit when it's ignited, but if you put it away, the flame will be extinguished until you light it again. Well then, just help yourself to that torch there, and how may I ask what you be planning to use it? To set things on fire. That is rather unnerving. Please be cautious with that around any dry grass. It will ignite, or something like that. You know, there are plenty of monsters in that area. The torch will be a rather fine, or something to use. I don't know. I click too fast sometimes. Get some mushrooms, and this guy is just gonna come up at us. So, probably into the tree branch. And breaking the weapons off of them will cause it to be a critical hit, as you can see from the little information thing that popped up. Bokolin horn, a severed horn from a bokolin, a creature often encountered in the plains of Hyrule. It isn't edible, but tossing it in with a creature can make an elixir. I tried to climb the tree there and I failed. So I go up to it slowly and try again to get these 2 apples. I don't bother trying to get the top apple because I can never do it. But we do come over here and get a hightail lizard, which I probably won't get to read this in time. And if you go up to that rock up on the top that has like the little peak at it, you can jump down into these little circle of like flowers in the water, and a little Korok dude will come out, and these things are going to come in handy a lot later into the game. Well, it won't be too much later into the game, but it will be very useful later on. You want to collect as many of these as possible because, yeah. Ordinary fish, I didn't get to read that time because it cut out when I actually had kept it in longer in order to be able to read it in the recording. So I thought I had the recording information figured out, but I did not. I thought I had the knowledge. Fearsome has seen better days. It can do... I can't even read that fast enough. I apologize. But that was a rusty broadsword. So it's It's pretty good, but it breaks easily, basically. But it does decent damage, so it will become very useful in a pinch. Another tree branch. Do I go back and get it, or is my inventory full? My inventory's full. And we get brutally attacked by a choo-choo, and it cuts out me killing it. Choo-choo jelly, a gelatinous substance that came from a choo-choo, is unusable in this state, but applying elemental something can change its effect. Which I do believe means that if you use an elemental weapon, it'll turn into a different choo-choo jelly. I do believe that's what it means, but I'm not 100% sure. I think I was trying to figure out if I think I was setting up a recording there. Boko Club, it's Clobber, small prey, essentially a stick, so it has low durability. I stumbled on my words there. I apologize. I hope you guys are excited for this series. I am. Ancient gear. A gear used in ancient machinery, despite being incredibly old, is... I didn't even get to read it that fast. There's nothing really useful in here other than some barrels, but I'm not gonna waste my weapons trying to break those. I just look around just to make sure there's nothing I'm missing. If you want to pause the video to like read what these items do, traditional dress trousers of Hyrule, yeah, I can't read that fast enough. We are going to equip these though because they give better defense, and that'll allow us to not take as much health down. But I know there's a choo-choo in one of those barrels if you break it, but I'm not going to, again, waste my weapons trying to break those barrels. But, there is a choo-choo, a blue choo-choo in one of those, barrels. There was also a Boko at one of those, bundle of 5 arrows. The shafts of these arrows were carved from the wood of a sturdy tree. There was a Boko blend at the start of this temple, and you can kill it, or at the start of that area, and you can kill it and get a Boko club, I do believe. Or maybe, no, there was a Boko right here. Boko blend here. I just misremembered. Get another Boko blend horn. And there's a lot of these like dead guardians around where you can get ancient screws and springs. We did get a lot of ancient springs and some ancient gears and screws, but it cut out all of this because I thought I had the recording stuff down, but I didn't. But I didn't miss too much out of the recording, so it's okay. And we did get a traveler's bow out of that chest, as you can see it on my back with the stick. And I didn't go back to my inventory to read what it said. Oh, well, I did, because I actually clicked too quickly in order to be able to read it. But I did go back, it just didn't catch it in the footage. So we're gonna go back down the temple now, because there's a couple more places I want to check out before we go to the blinking area on our map with the Sheikah Slate. So yeah, we want to kill this choo-choo, and I end up smacking one of the choo-choo jellies with the Boko bat, so it ended up like destroying that choo-choo jelly. That's what happens if you hit the choo-choo jelly. It, like, just explodes. Unfortunately. So, I just pushed the rock down, because they have a bunch of explosives down there. So, it just explodes them all and kills them. Raw meat cooked over an open flame. Cooking it has increased its healing effects. I do get the Boko blend horns, and I get the Boko club. I could have put that barrel near the fire, and I saw that little skull house, but I want to go over here and get these guys, because these are very useful to get before going over there. because they house some very useful items. As you can see, they both have bows. So, you want to kill off these guys. They give you Boko bows. I also got a Bokoblin Fang. A tooth obtained from a Bokoblin. It's worn down but very sharp. You basically use those with elixirs as well. But these guys both give you Boko bows. I didn't catch me reading that or getting that in the thing. That guy also over there has something very useful. We do go get that before going over there as well. But Boko shield, Bokoblin made shield is created by attaching a handfold to any flat, or I can't read that fast enough. I stutter with my words. But we also got a traveler's sword from that guy, which does a decent damage. I think it does the same damage as a Boko bat, which is 4. And we got a bunch of arrows off the ground from fighting those archers, because I think they were just doing target practice with the ground or something. I don't know. But we're gonna sneak up on this camp, and we want to take out this archer guy first, so he doesn't allow any of his friends to find out about us. And hitting them in the head performs a critical hit. And I try to hit that little fire lamp down so it sets off all those TNT barrels, but it doesn't work for some reason. So I try to do it on the other side, and again, unfortunately, ready? It does not work. I don't know what happened with that, but it didn't work. So I basically just shoot one of these guys. It comes over here, and I just kill it off with arrows. So it drops a horn and a Boko bat, so I do pick those up. I did pick up the Fang and Horn and Boko bow from the guy that fell here. And I missed a prime opportunity to hit this guy when he first came out of the house. And I tried to shoot the freaking TNT things, not realizing that they can only explode with a fire arrow. So I just shoot the ground to target this guy out, and then I shoot him in the head because, again, head attacks allow critical hits and it knocks him back. And I stupidly waste arrows shooting the ground when I can just climb up the side of the freaking skull face and shoot through the eyes at these guys. I mainly just want to shoot the blue one because if this guy hits you, he can one-shot you. Eventually, I do just go down here and start hitting these guys this way. See that club he's using? It is very high damaging. You'll see what I mean in a little bit. We do kill him off with the next arrow, I want to say. Yeah, the next arrow. And then I don't bother wasting any more arrows, and I just come down here and kill this guy with a sword. And we unlock a treasure chest, which is very nice. Once you kill off the camps that have treasure chests, they will unlock the treasure chest after you kill all the enemies. I went back out here because I thought I saw an arrow like stuck to the skull outside, but I apparently didn't. And I picked up the barrel on accident trying to get all my arrows back. Spike Boko shield, didn't even get to read it that fast. And Spike Boko Club, this thing does 12 damage. If it hit us with that thing, then we were definitely gonna die. Because that's a blue Bokoblin. And I do switch to a regular Boko Club. But that's a blue Bokoblin with a 12 damaging move. We get some fire arrows from this though. They break apart on impact, setting everything on fire. And it, like, when it hits it. So that is used to ignite these little TNT things. But, blue Bokoblins do a lot more damage than regular Bokoblins. So, yeah. It's not fun. We are going to head to the little glowing mark on our map now, because I don't think there's anything else that I want to do around here for now. There's not any more enemies to kill in this vicinity that I can see around me, so I think we should be good. Now, I'm not going to talk now because there is a cutscene that we're going to witness after I activate this pedestal. Please watch for falling rocks. Okay, now I'm not going to talk, sorry. Towers just rose out of everywhere. Huh. Very interesting. So, Great Plateau Tower. Generating information. So, these towers give us the map of the area, which is also always very useful. Okay, cutscene ahoy, here we go.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
I think it cut out some of the story elements in that cutscene, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate if it did. You can let me know if it did cut out a bit of story elements if you've already seen a playthrough on this, or if you've played it yourself. But I can't remember if it did, as it's been so long since I've played the beginning of this game. Here comes Mr. Old Man. My, it would seem we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others just like it have erupted across the land, one after another. You don't say. It's almost as though a long dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. Don't mind me asking, did anything occur while you were on top of that tower? A voice, you say. Did you happen to recognize this mysterious voice? No. I see. Well, that is unfortunate. I assume you caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, that very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to obtain it, but just barely. There it festers, building it straight for a moment it will release its blight across the land once more. It would appear that moment is fast approaching. I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle? I do. I had a feeling you would say that. Here on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs with no way down. If you were to jump off, well, no death would be more certain or foolish. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be quite another story. Paraglider? Oh ho, piqued your interest, have I? Yes, I didn't come soaring down here on my own feathery wings, you know. Worry not, I will happily agree to give you my paraglider, but not for nothing. Let's see now. How about I trade you for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? Isolated Plateau begins. Open adventure log with the plus button. Come, let me show you something. Alrighty. Let's follow you. But you're quite a slow walker. So I have to like shimmy my way. You done now? Okay. You see that structure there, the one with the shining, strange light? I read that wrong. It began to glow at the exact moment this towers rose from the ground. He's basically telling us, it skipped the rest of that. But he told us that if we go to this shrine, that it will be a treasure worth the paraglider. And our bat broke the second I hit this guy, so he manages to get the horn call off to notify these guys that we were here. I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired today. I do want to take out the archer guys first, because these guys can dish out the most damage, because they can hit from afar, and this guy just straight up tries to hit me while I'm battling. And he does unfortunately have a shield, which makes him a bit more annoying to deal with. But we kill him off and we get the chest, which is always nice. Of course, we want to pick up everything. We can't get any more bats, which is unfortunate. So, and there's another arrow on this side, so I do need to go back and get that. We are gonna need as many arrows as we can possibly get. So, yeah, we really need arrows. So, claim the chest, and we get a traveler sword, but our inventory's full, so we do need to put one of these Boko bats down to claim the traveler sword. Oh, the traveler sword does 5 damage, and the Boko bat does 4 damage. So, we are going to burn up all of these, the barrels and the, like the little boxes around, because that way we don't have to waste any of our weapons trying to break all of them. I'm not going to bother reading that. You guys can like read it or pause it if you need to read it. So. I love the fact that some of the grass catches on fire and then the rest of the grass doesn't catch on fire. The sad thing about setting these on fire is the fact that it automatically cooks the food that's in it. I wish some of them had arrows rather than food, but they all seemed to have had food in them. And none of the grass around these catch on fire, which is strange. There wasn't really a lot of grass on these to catch fire, so. We are going to cook a bit of food here, just so we have some more recovery items. We got a mushroom and fruit mix. I do cook these other 2 apples, but it doesn't catch it. And it only gave us a 2 heart recovery item. So, it's not that good, but it's not that bad either. So, because we only have 3 hearts currently. So, it's still a decent starting meal. So before we even get in the temple, these guys attack us. These are stall bokoblins. And I was using the torch on accident. And I had to switch. I try to hit the head in the water, but it doesn't work. Because it's going back to the freaking bokoblin. I don't manage to get any of the weapons because I'm full on inventory space. But there's a traveler spear. It's not very strong. It's only 3 damage. And there's a bokoblin arm. It does 5 damage, but it breaks really, really quickly. So I don't really see it being that worth it. So I just leave these items on the ground. And especially since I can't really hold anymore, I will leave this cutscene in here the first time, just so you guys can like see what it looks like. But after seeing this cutscene the first time, I will not be leaving it in anymore. I will just be skipping the cutscene. So, this is just what it looks like going into the shrines. I will also be skipping this cutscene from now on. To those who set foot in the shrine, I am Omen Owl. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. Magnesis trial. So these first few trials are going to be very important to us. So we have a Sheikah pedestal here. So I wonder what this is going to do. So, magnesis. Grab onto magnetic objects with using the magnetic energy poured forth from magnetic rune. Objects held in... I didn't get to read the rest of that. Sorry. But you use the runes with the left bumper button. And you basically just want to grab this thing and move it out the way. And that's the first area done. And now you want to go through here, grab this block and pull it out the wall, and then push some of the other blocks out the way. Now I'm actually going to use magnesis to kill this guy, because I've never done it this way, and I wanted to see if I could actually do it, and I was able to do it, so... And he dropped the screw. I do go into the water and get it, but it doesn't catch it, so... And in that chest up there, there was a traveler's bow. I did get the traveler's bow. I had to drop a bogo bow to get it as well. I will be skipping this from now on as well. You have proven to possess the resolve of a hero. I am Omen Owl, creator of this trial. I'm a humble monk blessed with the sight of, for helping the hero with the calamity Ganon. Your arrival, my duty is now fulfilled. In the name of Goddess Hylia, allow me to bestow this gift upon you. Please accept this spirit orb. Now, spirit orbs are going to be very important for us to be getting. And you'll see why once we get all the shrines in this area. May the goddess smile upon you. Thank you. And you're just going to basically die. They've basically stayed alive until the one who is supposed to save Hyrule, which is Link, comes back to life to come and collect these. Cutscene. It appears these towers are awakened for some reason. It is all connected to that Sheikah slate you carry on your hip. What do you mean? It has been quite some time since I've seen that Sheikah slate. Long ago, whatever. Great power, blah blah blah. Ancient technologies. Quite interesting to think, however, it's survived all this way, hidden away in a shrine. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places all around Hyrule. On this plateau, I believe there's 3 more. Bring me the treasure from each of those shrines, and I will give you my player card. So I need more. I said treasure. I never said there would be only one. Whether it's 1 treasure or 4. Ugh. I clicked these too fast. Have you got it? I admire your eagerness, but let me teach you something before you go. Take a look at that map on your Sheikah slate. You see those blue icons? You should recognize the cave where you woke, the shrine, and the tower. You can travel to those instantly from the Sheikah slate. Or so I heard quite some time ago. I do not know if it actually works as such. Well, before we do that, I want to do a couple of things around here and around an area nearby. So in this chest that we found in the water, we get an amber. Amber, I'm basically not going to use for anything. I'm just going to be selling these items. In that chest that we also found in the water, we found an opal, which is also used to sell and gain money. So there are a couple of fish in here. I'm trying to some of them ran away, so I was trying to get them to respawn. So I do want to get the Hyrule bass around here, because these guys are going to be very useful in an important recipe that we're going to make later on. So we definitely need these guys. We also need another item for a recipe in a different area that is close to here. So we're going to be doing that as well in this video. Now I do want to put this down and get this butterfly over here. I do get the butterfly, the footage just cuts it out. I actually ended up losing track of the butterfly and I had to wait so it would show up again. And then I put the little board in between this little cliff and the stand up here to make a bridge to get some ice arrows, which are going to be really useful for fire type creatures, and I get some more fire arrows, so those will be very handy. But the fire arrows I really only use to melt things and to set off the explosion barrels. Now if you use magnesis over here, you'll see that there's a little ball on a chain. Now if you put this ball in the hole in this trunk, you will get a little Korok. Ta-da! And it gives us a Korok seed, a small seed that was given to you by a Korok. Yeah, I didn't even get to read all that. Now, if you go over to an area over here, first we're going to go over here and use magnesis to break these blocks. That's what I was going to do first. I was too fast to catch that butterfly. I should have been paying more attention. But we get a bunch of arrows out of these blocks, which is really good. And then that bridge reformed in that water, or respawned in that water. which is really funny. So we get another bundle of 5 arrows out of this, I do believe, yeah. So, there are some cooking items over here that we can get. Some Hyrule herbs. So cooking it increases its healing benefits, as cooking most food does in this game. Now, you want to head over here. You see those 2 rocks that are pointed towards each other? I don't know why I was using magnesis, but you see those 2 rocks that are pointed towards each other? The footage cuts this, but there's a little rock under those 2 rocks that if you lift that rock, a Korok comes out of it. So that is just something for you guys to note down. There is a Korok under a rock under those 2 pointed rocks. I was trying to hit this boar because a very important item we need for the recipe I was speaking of is we need meat. And I do not manage to kill that guy, unfortunately. He gets away from me. So that is a very unfortunate turn of events. But, see, he ends up running off very soon. Yep, there it is. He runs off and I just give up after that. So I just take out this guy. So we do go up here and grab this chest, which gives us an opal, which is good for selling, as I said. So I just look around for a bit to see if there's any more boars around to kill. And there wasn't, unfortunately, any close by. But, I did find a couple around, but I didn't manage to, like, shoot any of them, so I did cut that footage out. And, because I didn't find it worth being in the video. So, yeah, there's a blue nightshade here. It increases stealth if you cook it. There was a boar here. I was trying to get a headshot and I didn't manage it. A headshot will one-shot kill these guys. And since I didn't get the headshot, it just ran away and I didn't get to kill it. Now, I went down here to gather these mushrooms and I got a little too close to this stone formation over here. And a freaking talus started coming up, so I ran away because I do not have the materials to fight a stone talus right now. And I killed this guy and got a chest. There was an entire camp there, but I didn't get it. So, yeah, and this guy dropped a horn and a bundle of 5 arrows, which is always nice. We are coming about to the end of this episode, though, unfortunately. Some of the stuff got cut out again, because I thought I had recording stuff down, but I didn't. But, we are ending this episode on a high note. When I come up here, it is for a reason, because if you saw that, there is a boar down here, and I do manage to get a headshot. So I do get the meat that we need for this recipe. So, I hope you all enjoyed the very first episode of Zelda. And I hope you all stick around for the upcoming episodes. And I did save, so we don't got to worry about that. It just didn't cut it in. I hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe if you want more. And bye-bye.